Whoa, that was
Well,
abrupt.
okay, I guess we're going. What's up, everybody? Episode number 27 of the Motorsports Almanac here. Shane is here. Charles is here too. Wyatt's in the queue, and I think I just saw the Blagraves pop in down here at the bottom of the screen. Charles, it's Pulltown USA week. Starts
Yeah.
Thursday night, man. I'm ready. Chasing the dreams, heading that direction this weekend, getting back in the seat finally. Super excited.
I'm excited for you, man. I want you to go steal all their lunch money, turn them upside down, and shake it out.
I hope so. It's going to take a little bit of luck, but we're going. Super Stock's going to be there too. It's going to be a fun time. Can't wait to see everybody. But man, I just don't know what else to say. I mean, the pulling has been absolutely off the wall crazy here lately. I mean, you had Hillsborough this past weekend. We did the little lead-in show into session 3 this weekend, and that was a lot of fun to do. But I watched all 3 sessions of it. Man, it was a fun time.
Yep. I had more people ask me in the week prior, hey, can you come to Hillsborough? Are you going to be there? And it's a bucket list deal. I've never been to it, but couldn't do it this year. And actually, as things worked out, I wound up having last weekend basically off, which I was happy for the respite before the final push here through the stretch goes. So I will definitely take it.
Yeah, it was a great show. If you guys didn't watch that this past weekend, go out of your way to watch it. I mean, the light pros, the limited pros, I mean, everybody put on a fantastic show, two-wheel drives, I mean, you name it. But we are now joined. Wyatt, you've made it in, buddy, as well as Mr. Steve Blagrave. How are you?
I'm good.
So you guys en route, whereabouts are you guys on the way to Bowling Green?
We're not quite 100 miles from the house, so we're on the road here.
Oh, so you guys just left out. You guys going to drive?
Yeah.
Going to stop off?
Yeah, no, we'll drive straight through.
Wow. So kind of talk to us, what's going on with you guys, man? I think you guys were in Chapel Hill for one night. You guys had a little bit of trouble. Now you guys are back ready to go for Bowling Green.
Yeah, we Chapel Hill, we spun a rod bearing.
Okay.
You know, we made a good pass at Hutch, Minnesota, and then we went down to and made a couple of good passes there in Whiteout, Texas, with Outlaws, and kind of thought we had the tractor lined out pretty well. And of course, you know, it may have had something to do with we had to make 2 passes. You know, we were first hooked Friday night, and kind of got off on the left-hand side of the track, and we turned the pull down and came back last, which we thought we had it cooled off good. Thought everything was good to go, but Shane, I know what it's like when you open that filter up and you see all that bearing material in there.
Yeah.
So that's what we had. So we just brought it home, took the crank out. You know, you've just got to clean those things up good when something like that happens. And so took the crank out. Really didn't have time to get that crank fixed, so we put another crank in it. Hopefully have it ready to go for Bowling Green.
Yeah. So what's kind of run through your mind going into that? Because you're going the biggest pull of the year. You haven't really had time to test it. I mean, I'm sure you guys are busy with farming down there too. So,
Right.
I mean, kind of what you're thinking. Are you guys thinking about running a little more, being a little easier on it on Friday afternoon than going for it Saturday, or are you guys just going to go for it all the way?
Well, you know, it is Bowling Green, but it'd be nice to stick around and make both nights, you know.
Yeah.
It seems like the last several years when we went to Chapel Hill, we end up going home on Saturday.
Right.
But, you know, we made some changes on the turbo setup this year, and hadn't really, you know, it was a really good track at White Rock. We kind of was pretty happy with what we saw there. Didn't really get a good run at Chapel Hill, so I think we'll probably be a little bit on the conservative side Friday night, just to kind of make sure we got it all back together good, everything looks good, and then go from there.
Yeah, it's always fun to see you guys. You guys now stirred up the internet a little bit with the video that you guys put up before you guys went to Chapel Hill, and of course all of us media minds.
That was awesome.
I'm curious what went behind that. I mean, not necessarily who did it, but
Yeah, my son Trevor and his wife Jordan, they're pretty tech savvy, social media savvy, which I'm not. So that would really be a question for him. He pulled up a lot of old videos, old Chapel Hill videos, and we've been going to Chapel Hill, I guess, since back in the early '90s, probably late '80s, early '90s, and then that right there, what you're seeing on the screen, that's a 1466 that Trevor and I refurbished when he was in high school, and then some of the old side shields there. Uh, I think that right there is from shots from Chapel Hill.
Yeah. I love the old Red Horse side shields, but then you fast forward to now, and I mean, it's still just as good looking of a tractor. I have to ask because everybody knows that there used to be two tractors back in the day. Have you guys ever thought about bringing out a second one to kind of have a throwback sheet metal?
No, back when we were running two, it was in the mid '90s, and we would always run two turbos on the one I was driving, and Stan was running the three turbo setup, what Hypermax called the left-hand power, and so we eventually decided to put four turbos on the one I was driving, and it just got to be a lot of work, and we kind of felt like we were doing a bad job of running two. We thought we'd do a better job of running one. So we consolidated the two into one, and went that route ever since.
Yeah. So now are you guys bringing the two-wheeler to Bowling Green too?
No, we after the 2018 year, we kind of slowed down a little bit. Wives were kind of tired of chasing us around all over the country, and then COVID hit right after that. So two-wheeler kind of got a little bit behind, and with the new tires that's come out, and some horsepower changes, engine changes, we just need to try to get that thing caught back up.
Okay. Now, has
And
it ran since?
we are trying to get that done. What's that?
Has it ran since?
Oh yeah. Actually, we had it in Bowling Green last year.
Okay.
Did pretty decent on, I guess, Thursday night, but like I say, it's getting a new update on some planetaries right now.
I was gonna say it's ran this year, but not with you guys at the helm.
Yeah, that's right. David Seifert took it and made a couple of runs with it. I think one at his local county fair and then one at Tiffin. And then he proceeded to tell me all the things that was wrong with it. And I said, well, that's why you got it up there, so we can fix that.
What is he up to now? I know I heard a rumor at one point that he was coming back, but I mean, is he still actively involved with pulling to a degree?
No, not really. I think his wife would love to get back into it, but he's just busy raising kids, and I think they're doing a lot of stock showing and farming. They're trying to get some stuff going. They're getting a little bigger with the farming operation, and I think he's just real busy at home.
Yeah, totally understand that. So what's the future plans after Bowling Green? You guys going to hang around, leave it somewhere close, and go to Sandwich or wherever's next to the Supers?
If everything's still together, I would love to go to Sandwich. I really enjoy that pull. It's a really good fair, and those guys have really got the track a lot better the last few years. And I would, if everything's together, I'd really like to make it to Sandwich. Just kind of see how it goes at Bowling Green.
Yeah, absolutely. So I gotta know, and I mean, I've been around you guys a long time. Obviously, I've kind of grown up with you guys.
Yeah.
Where did y'all's love for pulling start? Because you're all the way down in Texas. I mean, away from now it's more away from with super stocks and all that. Did you guys always run supers and just had to travel more, or were they down in Texas a little bit more at one point?
Well, I guess the first tractor pull I ever went to was in 1972, and my dad had a tractor there, and was a John Deere dealer about 25 miles north of us, and he had a mechanic that was from Iowa. And so, they were really into tractor pulling, and then they kind of worked to get it started down here in Texas. And after about 2 or 3 years, they formed the Texas Tractor Pullers Association, the TTPA. And then they started having more and more pulls in Texas. And the late 70s and early 80s, like when I was in high school, it was really popular. We had about probably 12 or 15 pulls a year in Texas, and we was running the sled, and we at the time we had one, I guess you'd call it a pro. Had intercooler on.
Give it a second.
Got to wait for cell signal to get to that part of the farm to market road.
Yeah, I swear he's fixing to say pro stock.
Oh, it was going so good there for a second.
I know.
We did have one time we had that was called pro stock here.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him jump to that next cell time.
Yeah. It started out fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yep. There they went for a minute.
Yeah,
They'll join back on. Well, that didn't take long. Hang on. I think I just switched powers.
Steve, you got us? You got us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Did you say you guys had a pro stock? Is that where that was going?
Yeah, we did. We had, what the Texas Tractor Pullers Association called pro stock. We had one turbo. I don't even remember if there was a rule on the size of the turbo. It was pretty small, I can tell you that. But I guess that was back in 1981, probably. And then I guess it was in 79 when we built, a neighbor of ours and us built a twin turbo Hypermax setup, and we built them both at the same time. And that's where we really started with the 1066 Superstock.
Wow. I didn't realize that you guys were in pro stock at all.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, there was probably only about 4 or 5 tractors. You might really call it more of a farm stock. It wasn't too big of a deal. We could bring it home, put it back in the field pretty easy if we wanted to.
Right. So what kind of steered the boys? I can't remember their names for the life of me. I haven't seen them in so long.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah,
Sean.
that's it.
Sean and Trevor.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in so long, I couldn't remember. But what kind of steered them to go into two-wheel drives instead of following in the footsteps of the diesel side?
Probably me, because I wasn't going to pay for another diesel super. And the diesel super deal's kind of always been mine and Stan's deal, and I don't know, it just we got to talking about it one night, and it seemed like it would fit our operation pretty well, because it seemed like we were running the diesel super, we were running two-wheel drive, and in Texas has a two-wheel drive class that with the same rules as A. So it worked out good. We could run it at home. We could get with us when we went.
Yeah, that makes sense, because very little that I know about the Texas truck and tractor pullers, because I've never been down the Texas 4 pull, but they seem like they have a pretty good group of two-wheelers down there.
Yeah, they have a little, like a good 4-wheel drive pickup class, super farm, pro farm class, 2-wheel drive. The 2-wheel drive class, there's as good a 2-wheel drives in Texas as anywhere. So,
right. Did you say they have super farms down there?
Little pull. Yeah, they do.
So are they outlaw ruled super farms, or are they like NTPA BPL super
No, they're not outlaw rules. And I knew you was going to ask me that as soon as I said super farm. I know I think their rules are a little different on the cylinder heads. I know they're different on the turbo, but I can't tell you the sizes.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't even know that those existed down there. But
Yeah,
how
no,
big,
they
like,
got a,
what's the travel area like down there? I mean, Texas is such a big state.
yeah. They have about, I guess that triple TPA they call them. They have probably 8 or 10 pulls a year, and then they also combine with Outlaws when Outlaws goes to White Rock, Texas, and De Leon, Texas. Well, triple TPA, they'll run 2 tracks. They'll run them on one track and Outlaw classes on the other track.
Right. I mean, makes the most sense for them, anyways.
Yeah, that makes that pull at White Rock was really good pull. Track was really good. They had really good classic pro stocks there, and then like I say, the Triple TPA Association, they had all of their normal people there.
Right. You guys have anything y'all want to ask? I know I've been doing a lot of the talking here lately.
Something I've always been fascinated about you guys, and it really doesn't even have anything to do with pulling. It's about farming and your lifestyle that you guys lead and the patience that you have to have. Up here in the Midwest, I feel like guys, oh, the corn futures dipped today, we're gonna lose the farm, or it rained 2 days, so our BPA is gonna drop on the acreage. You guys have entire years where you don't necessarily get something out of your fields. It's a level of patience and understanding that you guys have that I don't think people know about. He's frozen. That's not good. He probably didn't hear any of that.
Good question, regardless, though, because I mean, with the droughts that they have and everything, they kind of have to rely on harvesting somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back here in just a second. I hope
Hopefully.
so. Yeah, but you guys get your questions in. Everybody that's watching, for sure. We're going to start reading those off here in just a second. Yeah, there they went. He'll be back in just a second, I hope. Wyatt, you may have to turn it into a phone call like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I'd have to go upstairs to do that.
How that's going to work going into the microphone, I don't know, but we'll figure out something.
It'll be fine.
We've done it before.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forget who I had to do that with one time.
Probably
Tucker.
Tucker.
It was with Collins. Had to do that. Or not Collins. Guy had the Bud Boss Semi. We had to do that.
Oh yeah.
It was awkward, and the whole time I was panicking that it sucked. And then on the playback, I was like, okay, at least the audio was salvageable. It was all right.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, what else has been going on as far as the motorsports world goes? I know we had Knoxville this past weekend. Larson won that one again. Are we that surprised? I mean, he seems to love that place.
He's a natural talent. He's got a ways to go to prove himself as maybe the best in a sprint ever. But, by the same token, his attentions are definitely divided because he makes way more money running those dumb cars with fenders.
Yeah. Did you see the finish to that on Sunday,
did.
by the way? I was like,
somebody got all in their number 3 fields and decided they were going to take care of it
did.
in one fell swoop. And I don't know, right, wrong, or indifferent. It's cool because it's going to be talked about for a long, long time.
Yeah. I mean, what he did was a move. I mean,
and do that, both those moves within 2 turns. I mean, dump one guy into 3 and then catch the other coming off 4. That's
the thing is, those two guys that he turned around, those guys he turned around are not well liked in NASCAR as a whole.
I don't know.
I'm not a Joey Logano fan, never have been, and
I wasn't when he was younger, but I've come around to him, and he's matured, and Denny Hamlin kind of
He's kind of in his Kyle Busch era before Busch left Gibbs, really.
Yeah, but I actually like him for that because he doesn't pull any punches. He's no bullshit.
I
He's,
can't
he's
stand
totally
it.
unfiltered, and I like it.
Yeah. I will forever hate on Kyle Busch, though, because of what he did to Dale Jr. at Richmond in 2007. I'm one of those guys.
Kyle's one of those ones who doesn't know when to meter it out. If he and his brother too, if both of them had learned to meter it, I probably would have become a fan, but it just never happened with either.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see where the charter agreement goes with all that. Of course, that's what I'm interested in is all that stuff because I really think Junior Motorsports is going to come up to Sprint Cup Series here soon.
They don't seem to be. If they are, they're really disguising it.
I don't know because you've got to think about all the chargers that are available right now, though, too, especially with Stuart Haas giving up theirs.
Yeah, but you're going to pay out the ad. So he actually, in a podcast, I want to say is a month ago, talked about that. And the idea that, charters even a couple of years ago were a couple $1 million and now they're 40 million.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the value for money? Why would I spend the money to do that? I don't need to. We're successful as a business. I don't need to do that.
I'll tell you the thing that's intriguing me though is this Bristol race going to be his last race as a whole? I really hope
Who's
not.
that?
Dale Jr. I really hope it's not his last race at Bristol this year.
Well, I guess I don't know what he's doing. I'm unfamiliar with that.
Ever since he's retired from Sprint Cup, he's always ran at least one Xfinity Series race every year.
Yeah.
Nationwide, Nextel, or not Nextel, Busch Series, whatever.
Yeah, it's always been the sub level, never Cup.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's always been at the smaller tracks, which you don't have to get into such as fantastic shape and have to worry about the beating and banging you do at super speedway.
Well, with his history of head injuries, concussions,
yeah.
He's cognizant that he can't go to a big track and run.
Exactly.
It's just not an option because the risk is too high.
Yeah. And I mean, something I really have to give him credit for, though, is that he has been really good with his nationwide team at developing younger drivers.
Sure.
And them advancing to the Cup level. I think he signed, was it? I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Carson Zolich, maybe? Something like that.
I don't know how to say the name, but I saw that was a new hire.
He signed him full-time for next year. And I think he's going to be driving either the 8 or the 88, which
he brought in a road course ringer. He's going to have Max Pappas sit in for one.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt my feelings, though. But the Shane Van Gisbergen guy, I wonder where he's going to go next year. I don't know if he's going to go to Cup or not.
I got to admit, I still cannot find it within myself to reconnect with Cup racing like I did in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I just can't get there.
For me, it's not the racing part. It's like all of the silly season stuff, as they call it. Are they back?
We can't hear you.
I was muted so I can get the phone call.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you there, bud?
I can hear you at the moment.
Yep. I forgot where we even were now. I think I'd ask you guys. Charles, you were on your question.
Oh, yeah. When it cut out, it was just an overview of your farming operation and the patience it takes to execute what you do for your living. Because, up here in the Midwest, if anything changes on a day-to-day or a weekly basis, I mean, it can sometimes incite panic, but you guys have a certain level of patience because of your operation and what you do. I'd like for you to kind of expand on that and teach people what you guys do.
Yeah, well, we thought cotton is what we try to raise, but I don't know. The good Lord decided this doesn't need to rain in West Texas here the last few years. I guess this week don't really have much of a crop. This year we got about 3,000 acres of cotton. Normally we have about 10,000, but it just is not looking good at all right now. We really rain to speak of since May, and we didn't get a whole lot in May when we got what we got up. we got really good on the farming end of it.
Yeah, it seems like it's been super rough for you guys the past couple of years. I know there was one stretch where you said you went through like 9 months or so of no rain at all.
Yeah, it's been, and I can say I don't know what it is as to why it's been raining more this year in Texas, like north of us and east of us. But as far as right where we're at, we seem to keep missing them. But we're not sitting around. The oil field is real busy at home, and they do a lot of fracking at home, and we blend that groundwater, and they use a lot of water when they do the fracking. So we've kind of into that business where we've got our own frack pond, and we fill it, and we send that to the rigs when they're doing the fracking. So that's been a godsend for us there since the farming hasn't been doing too well.
You're still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're here. We're just listening very intently, try to be able to hear it. It's not coming through the greatest, but we can work with what we got.
Yeah, I apologize about that.
Oh, it's not your fault at all. You guys are going to be where we're at this weekend anyway. If nothing else, I guess I can throw the microphones in the bag and we do something in between sessions, maybe.
Yeah, you get a rain delay or whatever, hole up in somebody's holler and do it.
Oh yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I wish we could leave on, Tuesday night and be there Wednesday morning, but it don't work out that way for us.
No. How far is it for you guys? Is it 23? 20-ish?
Yeah, it's of course it depends on how hard you hit it, but it's I think it's 1,350 miles. 1,400, something like that.
So a lot of the questions that people ask too is with the size of Texas itself, how long does it take you just to get out of the state? Is it 8 hours?
It's about 6 hours when we go to Oklahoma City and St. Louis. Now, when we're going to it's when we get out of Texas at Texarkana, well, we're halfway to Chapel Hill, so it's like 500 miles to Texarkana, and then it's right at 1,000 to Chapel Hill. So, yeah, it's about 10 hours out when we're going straight east.
Right.
Wow. They're really right there into the heart of Texas.
Yeah, we're in Texas. We're just on the wrong side of Texas. We're over there by New Mexico. We're over there by the one state.
So would that have made the hook whenever NTPA had it in Kansas? Would that have been the closest hook for you guys then?
Yeah, Dodge City. I think that was 8 hours. It's like it much, but I love it.
Felt just like home.
Yeah, just a nice afternoon drive,
How far away was it for you guys, time-wise?
To Dodge City?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Or two.
Yes, Dodge
Yeah,
City.
that was 8 hours to Dodge City.
What do you say,
No.
Wyatt?
Now, is it any closer to Whitewright, being that Dodge City's 8 hours?
Yeah, it's a 400 mile, so it's 6 hours.
So it's not too terrible. And
No, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So, it's over there just right north of Dallas, kind of northeast of Dallas, northwest.
right. Charles and Shane, can you guys still hear pretty good, or I have to adjust something here?
Audio's fine. It's a signal issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're all right.
All right. I guess we can go with some other questions in the comments. One question we have for you, Steve, and I don't know if you stand those this either. Where was your first Grand Nash to win Superstock division?
Back in Missouri, 1991, I think.
Oh, heck, I went through Macon yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pulling's still alive and well in Macon.
They used to have a pull there every year
Right.
years ago.
Yeah, I think now it's went to Outlaws.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, being that it's Bowling Green week, what does the travel and going to Bowling Green, what's it like for you guys? Like, is there a certain excitement that you get every year? Is it just the people, the fans? What is it that gives you your drive to come back every year?
Yeah, for us, it's kind of like it's kind of like going to bowling. Everybody's there, and you get to see everybody, and it's kind of like a reunion. Like some of the pools you go to, they don't have all the classes, or maybe not everybody comes, or maybe not all of your fans get to come, or whatever. But at Bowling Green, well, pretty much everybody's going to try to be there, and that's always exciting because when you're in the pit out there, well, it's just you don't want your tractor sitting outside and be out there with it because there's always people coming by that you've seen there before, or that want to come by and see you, or whatever. And it's just always really exciting to see people that you hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of people that I look forward to seeing. I mean, you guys are obviously in that group. Just everybody from all over the place, man. It seems like Bowling Green's where everybody sees each other at least once a year.
Yeah. Well, and there's those guys from overseas that come over there. There are people from all over the world that go to Bowling Green.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a group here now. I think Janice and the Floating Finish guys are here for. They were at Hillsboro. Now they're here for Bowling Green too.
Yeah, and they come from Central Germany.
Yeah. Have any of y'all ever been over there to any of the Netherlands or any of those pools over there?
I have not, but it is on my agenda to go in 2026 or 2027. I haven't decided which one yet.
I was going to say, which one would you want to go to?
Probably Maid's Power Weekend.
Probably the one that Hans Boxer just went over there to, Steve, the Made Power Weekend.
Yeah. That looked like he did pretty good over there.
Yeah, them and who else was there? Mary Kale. Yeah, they did really well too.
Yeah, a couple New Yorkers. And I don't know if you've ever seen video from over there, Steve, but it is quite a crowd. I don't think we have anything like that over here.
Yeah, so I have gotten the story of how that.
I think it'd be a blast.
Yeah, I've gotten the story of the promoters there, and they love pulling so much over here that they always just look for people over here to come. And I can't. How many times did Gardner Stone say he had been? Was it like 4? Something like that. He said he had been quite a few times.
I can't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and listen to the show again when we.
That was a long time ago, but yeah.
Well, and I think as in Lane down there, but they don't really run a true diesel super class over there, do they?
No. They really don't have many diesel supers to begin with. I know there's
one being built.
Yes, there's one being built currently. It's not done yet, but it's in the midst of being built. But
yeah. Like, I don't think I could even take mine over there and run anything. I think I'd be in their super sport at best.
You'd probably be over cubic inch.
Probably.
Yeah, they got some different rules over there.
But their modifieds and everything are so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say they have some really unique setups in their mod class.
Yeah. I've been told that the specific draw over there is the modifieds because of all the different engine combinations that they have. I've been told straight up that's what draws people to the polls.
Right.
2.5 ton mods are worth the price of admission.
They are. I did see that Top Gun got down the track last night, went 310 feet with ITPA in their modified class last night, actually. So I was glad to see that one get a pass underneath their belt.
Hopefully
I
good
guess
things
he'll be
for you.
Bowling Green, probably.
I'd imagine. I hope so. If they didn't
Yeah.
break anything last night, I haven't seen the run yet, but I hope they come.
Yeah, Steve, there's based upon the line I saw today, there's a very good diesel super lineup this year.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay. I looked but I didn't see it live yet.
Yeah, you have to go on full polls, I think, but
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. Seen the last time I was told numbers, it was upwards of 20 diesel supers.
Oh, cool.
So
That's good. That is good. That's really good.
Yeah. I remember the days at Chapel Hill where we would get 16 or 18 of them easily.
Yeah. Well, you watch old videos from Toma, and there'd be like 30 of them in there, you know? And, yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, they were.
there's a question on here as well. It's from Justin LaFolle. It says, I always heard a story, and Steve, you know this. I always heard a story of your dad turning a truck over on the way to a pull. Is this a true story?
Yes. Well, actually, he didn't turn the truck over. It was coming up over a hill. And, of course, you know, back then you didn't have low boys. You had floats, you know, like the 4-foot tall trailers.
Mhm.
And we were hauling 1206, and then we were hauling a 1466. And back then, we ran like 12, 15, 18,000 pounds. Well, that 1466 had a whole rack of wheel weights on it, plus the rack of weights behind the seat up pretty high. And he was coming up over a hill, and they were working on the bridge down in the bottom of a ravine down there. And the guy, the supervisor of the bridge, he was right in the lane, in the right-hand lane. It was a 2-lane highway. And so my dad came down off that hill, and that supervisor had slowed down right there when he got right over the bridge. And my dad didn't realize he was going as well. He almost stopped in the middle of the road there. And so anyway, he left. And then I think there was some oncoming traffic because, you know, I was like 10 years old, so I actually remember it, but not well. But he swerved to the left and swerved back to the right. And when he swerved to the right, well, it broke the chains and boomers off of that 1466, and it just launched it off of the trailer over into the ravine. And the 1206, and it was a good thing it broke loose because I think the whole group was going to go over if those chains wouldn't have broke loose. But anyway, we just lost the tractor, the one tractor, and the trailer set back down in the truck at 1206. And anyway, it wanted it up down the bottom of that ravine pretty well.
Man, I've never heard that one. I've been around you guys a long time.
Yeah, you know, there's and I don't even remember what year this was, but the Puller magazine had a picture of it at one time in there that showed it. You know, we've got pictures of it down in the bottom of the ravine, and it was upside down. And, you know, it was total. But we actually, that's the year after that is when we built that Hypermax 2-charger super stock with our neighbor. And my dad bought a brand new 966, and we used the block and the engine out of the 1466, and then the rear end transmission and, you know, hoods and everything like that off of the 966.
You know, I do seem to remember that story coming out in the Puller now that you mention it, and I don't know that I've got that issue in the box behind me. I might. I'd have to dig that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Charles, you've got all the Puller magazines known to man back there.
I do not actually. I've only got most of the ones from like the 90s and early 2000s.
Those are the fun ones anyway.
Yeah.
So what made you guys go to the Magnum sheet metal MX2? Is it 225 or 255?
225.
225. What made you guys go to that one?
Well, when we first built that first component tractor, we built that. I guess we were the first component tractor in the diesel super class, basically, with the Engler chassis in 2002. We actually brought it out in 2001, and then we won the Grand National in 2002 with it. But when we first built that one, that was, I don't know, really nobody, I think Edison had the new, Magnum sheet metal on the MX. Most everybody had 1066 sheet metal back in the early 2000s or late 90s, and we just wanted something a little different, and so that was what we went with. We built that one, and then the sheet metal that we have now, we built that in 2012, and that's whenever we, got a new Engler chassis and with the magnesium plant, we needed more weight figured out. But originally on that first component tractor, we just kind of wanted to do something different at that point. And then it's kind of cool to go back to the older sheet metal.
Right. So is it still a stock Magnum hood then?
On the tractor now, 25.
Yes. The one that's on now.
It's
it's a binder light hood, you mean?
Yeah, it's all aluminum.
Okay.
Okay.
So before he passed, he would have done what, the hood, the fenders, and then the side skirting as well, or just the hood and the fenders?
Yeah. No, he did the side shields.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say my 305 is still a stock Magnum hood. Trust me, it's been modified a little bit, but it's still stock.
Yeah. So we didn't really. We wanted to lose a little weight in that area, so and then make it easier to get off and on too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the one thing that I would love to change about mine's how the ease of taking the motor out is. It's just hard with the hood being the way that it is.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can have the hoods off in about 5 minutes.
So yours just comes off in pieces then. Or is it all one big piece?
And then the hood comes off in one piece at the top.
Okay.
Hood and the grill, front grill.
Awesome. Well, do you guys have anything else to add to it? I know that they're on the road and they're going to be driving for a while. I don't want to take up too much of their time. We are going to get to see them this weekend.
Yeah, I got something I'm a little curious about. You guys were one of the first to get your hands on a set of the Puller 2000 tires when Firestone created that. And now through to today with the Mitas, what has been your experience and the changes you've had to make to accommodate how much they can actually grab the track?
Well, in 2001, when we first had that new component tractor, you remember the Lock and Load guys were the first ones to put the Puller 2000s on in the diesel super class, and we had noticed how they just didn't have enough front end weight because it was still a chassis, and I remember exactly when we made the decision to get a set of Puller 2000s. We were at Chapel Hill. We made the pull off, and we just didn't do any good at all in the pull off, and you could just tell we just couldn't. It was tires. It was a problem with the tires, and so we called Bob Marks, and he was still ready for Bowling Green, and that was in 2001, and that was the first ring that we won at Bowling Green. Was we went out there and won both classes. Just kind of surprised us and everybody else, but the main thing that we knew we had was front end weight, and with the component chassis that we had, we had that. So that's why we were able to make it work there early on. holds true today. I mean, there's you got the pro pullers and the VTOS and still some of the old 10 fly 2000s. And I know we've got pro pullers on now, and the tires seem to get heavier and heavier, and then they fight better. So you just got to have a lot of movable weight to make it work.
Yeah. I know that the Mitas tires had really kind of taken hold, and now I don't know of anybody that's running Mitas in the diesel super class anymore.
The only one would probably be Colin, and I don't know if Hans had him on over the Netherlands. I know he had him on at one point.
Let's have the pro pullers on in the Netherlands.
Okay. Pro pullers over there. Okay. Now does Kent Payne have pro pullers as well? I seen he went from Firestones at one point, and I thought he switched over.
Yeah, he's ran the pro pullers for I think he's going on his third year now, I believe.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, Wyatt, you got anything you want to add in?
14 fly, the 14 fly pole shot is what we've got on right now.
Yeah.
Are they working pretty good for you guys then?
Well, we was really happy with them at one round. We didn't have real good runs at Chapel Hill, but I don't know if it was a good test on them out there. But yeah, we've been happy with them so far.
Okay. Well,
Awesome.
is that all you got, guys?
Yeah. We really appreciate you guys coming on. Really wish the signal would have worked out better. But if we get a rain out session, we'll definitely come over to the trailer, and who knows what we'll cook up our sleeves during then.
Yeah, we can probably get something better than with having everybody in the same place at one time.
Who knows? Maybe we can get a whole panel together. I mean, we have like 20 different drivers to choose from that weekend.
Right.
We got a lot of room in the trailer if you want to set something up over here. So
Well,
we'll get there.
We can probably take you up on that there, Steve.
Definitely. We appreciate it very much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the effort. I know you guys are battling service, but thank you much for trying this.
Yeah. Enjoy visiting with you.
Yep. Well, we'll see you in Bowling Green whenever you guys get there.
Sounds good. Hopefully we get there tomorrow sometime. So
Well, we'll see you then. All right.
thank you.
See you, Steve.
See you guys. I have an idea for if it rains out already. And Charles, you probably already know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and it's actually enticing me to come down in spite of the rain to make it happen.
Because if it rains, oh boy, we could get some minds together in a hurry, and that could be a lot of fun for everybody.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out.
I wasn't gonna take my camera.
Might just have to keep it low tech because realistically, like it could get out of control really fast. But it's just about capturing the stories and the content, really more so than the production. I guess at that point, it's all impromptu.
Well, here's what I'm worried about. I've got those clip-on microphones.
Oh, yeah.
I've got 2 of them.
Two's great, but I mean, it could literally turn into a trailer full of people, and then you don't have enough to go around. So I mean, we'll figure it out. Whatever.
Yeah. We'll have to think about that after the show is over. But
yeah,
that was a lot of fun. There's a part of me that kind of wants that to happen now, but the only way that can happen is if
Mother Nature cooperates. Well, you know what? It doesn't have to, because I mean, there's guys who, with it being the size of the show it is, there's guys who have an entire session, yourselves included. You're not doing anything anyway.
Friday night, you're right.
Running. So,
yeah, we'll have to see what happens Friday night for sure. But yeah, man. So what's next for you? I know you got Shied next weekend.
I've got
to be there.
Yeah, I will be at Shied, but I got my hometown fair this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and our weather forecast doesn't look the greatest either. So whatever Bowling Green's going to confront, it's not going to be too much different up here. We're not that far apart where it's going to change things. But there's a reason to look forward to it and be hopeful. Sunday we are going to, my understanding is, see the return of a Michigan Superstock puller in a different class with a machine he bought. I don't know what he. I don't know what he bought. It's not me being cagey. I literally don't know what he's got. But Kenny Measle has a semi, and the coming out party is supposed to be Sunday.
Well, that's big.
I don't know what he bought. Please don't ask. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be cagey about it. I literally don't know what it is.
So
But I know he's got something.
I wonder what class of a semi it would be, though. If is it
sounds like it's a single charger, it's a pro stock, but it also sounds like it's got all the legal, like it's got everything on it to be legal. So it's
okay.
It's a caliber truck, whatever he's picked up.
Well, dang, why isn't he coming to Bowling Green?
I don't blame him.
I think it makes sense that he's not, because it is the hometown fair, and there's this he could choose between this and Eastern Michigan Fair at Emily City, which he wants to call his hometown fair, but I think he thinks of this as his hometown fair, and it's it was always important to them back in the Mining for Dollars days to get out of Bowling Green and be up here to run in front of the home crowd. That was always a thing back then too. So we'll see. During this show, they've already announced it and teased it. The shock treatment, the Broughtons intend to be at Bowling Green with a brand new look on the truck. I loved the black scheme, but there's no denying there was some bad voodoo going on, because it was just breaking itself every damn time. And they decided to exercise the demons and go with something else. And during the course of the show, I have seen it. It's badass. You're going to love it. Can't wait for them to unveil that.
They send it to you, or they reveal it on their Facebook?
No. I got the insider sneak peek, but it involves period correct swept line factory colors, and it's badass.
Ooh. See, now Miss Broughton told me at Chapel Hill they were kind of going back to the older look of the shock treatment. The
style's there. Just it's a different look, and it pops. It's pretty sweet.
Did they keep all the media names on it that they had on it before?
The intention is that they will. They just might not be on there in time for this weekend. It's boiled down to a timing thing. Yeah. They're up against it, trying to get the wraps done today. They're up against it, getting the motor put together. So
yeah, man, I'm excited to see that though.
Yeah. So that stuff will return. It just may not be there for this weekend. There's a pro stock that's going to reappear.
Yeah, there is.
Yes, it is.
Yep. You will see it in I would call it 90% form before it goes in for surgery to update its heart, but at least it's going to run.
Oh, so they haven't updated the heart to it yet.
No, and it's going to, as I was told, it's going to run in 5.0 guys, just to give its new driver some seat time to get a feel for it, and then it's going to go to a shop to get the full tilt.
Ooh.
Which it makes sense.
I really don't know if I've seen that tractor in person. I don't think I have.
As much as I lived around it, I didn't see it that often. I mean, I maybe saw it run.
No,
I don't even know if I saw it 6 times.
I think the last time I saw it was when the last time Roos saw it as well.
Last time I saw it would have been Napoleon before COVID, I think.
Last time I saw it was BG, the year my brother won the ring.
Last time I saw it was Fall Nationals 2018, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, it's been apart for all of 4 years. Well, just kind of apart's not fair, but not in running condition, and a lot of reasons for that. But I did see it going in the trailer. I was sent a video of it going in the trailer under its own power this morning. So,
man, there's so much exciting stuff going on at Bowling Green, man. It's gonna be a lot.
And
of fun.
That's just some of the stuff we know about. I mean, I guarantee there's always that rabbit that comes out of the hat, and you're like, whoa,
hello,
yeah, hello,
yeah. Wyatt, you've already been on Pulling Action, man. You were in Missouri last night. You had a bunch of 4-1 limited pros, my friend.
I was dead after that show last night. I was at the Missouri State Fair last night. My brother and I helping Clint. And I'll tell you this, I was just completely burnt out. We had a delay after a 4-1 kind of knocked the sled up on the barrier wall and got it caught in an air tank. So we were delayed until a wrecker got there and pulled the sled off the wall. So that delayed it a bunch. Turnout was very good, crowd and polar wise. They had to deal with rain.
I'm going to say it again, and I've said it many times. I know Jason Wayman won that 3-0 class. Adam Kincaid's still a bad man, and he's not even driving his truck anymore.
Well, it was never his truck.
Well, might as well have been as much as he drove it.
Right.
But yeah, it was a great turnout. I mean, 24 ones.
Did they cash down on the hood on this one?
No,
I don't know.
No.
I might have to instigate some shit for SDX.
No, they didn't. But you could definitely tell the not segregation, but the difference in parking of who parked where.
Oh, really? Huh.
It was a good time. They put on a really good show. Actually, Kincaid was the first one after the big delay that they had. So track did change just a little bit.
He's told me what supposedly the next project is for him, and if that happens, I'm really looking forward to that.
And it's going to be something. It's going to come out of left field. I mean, if you think of Adam as being a diesel truck guy, get ready.
Get ready.
No, don't be ready because you're not going to be ready.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, I can't.
You know what? He'll approach it with the same vigor he's got for everything he does, and he'll be a badass at it.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
he will. But man, you had a bunch of them in all the classes. I mean, 20. I think I saw you had like 18 Pro Farms, 16 85s. I think the smallest class you had was like 8, and that was like light limiteds.
There were 6 two-wheel drives, and not all of them were two-wheel drives, but it was a good show overall. Light Pro stocks were short because breakage in Hillsboro.
Yeah.
That was the only reason they were short there. Yeah. Other than that, 24 ones, 18 the Pro Farm, 16 85s, 8 light limiteds, 6 two-wheel drives, and then from there the 3.0s and 2.6s were still pretty good. I have no idea how many there were in each class, but
there were 18 2.6s.
Yeah.
What would be a normal turnout for two-wheel drives down there? And this is leading somewhere.
5.
Okay, so that's normal down there. My question, I guess, where I was going with that, based on the answer, but I mean, okay, so it's normal there. Where the hell did all the Region 2 two-wheel drive trucks go?
Grand National or sitting?
Yeah, but is Missouri Region 2?
No, Missouri's not. No, I'm bringing it back local here. I'm going. Region 2's getting 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What the? Why?
I will say this. It's a problem in multiple areas.
It's not a problem down here. Trust me, we still have 16 of them.
Region 3 and Region 3 go over to Minnesota UPN WTPA over in Outlaw. It's been a decrease this year. We had the past couple years in Lancaster, we've had 15, 16, up to 20 tool drives. We had 7. So
I can promise you TNT's got at least 20 of them every weekend.
And it's not even just tool drives, it's 4.1s as well. We went from having double-digit 4.1s, so we're now down to 4 or 5.
Huh. See, now I'm not seeing that down here. I've seen our 4.1 numbers go up.
Yeah, because the ones that are just getting back out go there just to get pieces on them.
Hey, man, I had Ashman down here with us last weekend.
Oh. Yeah, now bring him here. Now you Southerners don't be wusses and bring them here.
Nah,
they don't like northern tracks. So they can't handle that smoke. Wyatt.
Here's the problem. I think you would see almost all of Mid-South go if they didn't have a points hook that same night to Nashville. I really think you would see them all come.
You're going to get a Rockwell, Hillsboro, and Full Recovery sweep 4.1 down there.
You do? I don't think so.
You are, because I talked to him already.
Oh, is he coming?
Yep.
Oh no.
And y'all in for a treat.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Um,
but if you guys don't know what we're talking about, track at Holes hours there, September 6th and 7th. The payouts, I think you've got to get 15 in a class for it to be 4,000 to win. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked at it in a while.
yeah, that's 4 ones.
I think that's all of them.
Is it dry yet? Did they pump all the water out finally?
So I talked to him the other day about that. Actually, he said it's not nearly as bad as the news made it look.
Good.
He said that he had like maybe a couple of them get damaged. He said, but he said all the water's gone. He said the dam never fully broke. He said it might have leaked a little bit. He said, but it never broke. So there's still a go.
That's good.
Me and Eli Lisk have been on the trail of some 5.0s and some 4.1s, though. My 5.0 boys, you guys want a chance to have a showcase? Let's go. I think I've got 2 out of Michigan confirmed to come.
Smith bringing 2?
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, but I've got to find more. I want to get at least 15 there. I know it's asking a lot that time of year, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. By the way, I meant to ask you, what was up with Maston taking the cooler off last night? Did he register for Bowling Green?
Give me 2 seconds. I can tell you.
I saw that he took the cooler off, and I was like, huh. He
Okay.
hasn't been to Bowling Green in a while.
By the way, speaking of Region 2, can we talk about the Casey dominance up there?
Casey.
Until Coldwater, the last 2 nights out, they have not done nearly as well. But they were worried that they heard it at Coldwater. It ran down. They won with Whoopi, but it ran down there like 380, and it spiked 4,500 at the end of the track because they got out beyond the prep, and he was worried that they wounded it. And they have not done as well since.
Oh, no. What has he done to the Oliver to make it do what it's doing, man, besides just
I would
pounding
love to
away?
know as well.
I don't know, man. That thing really is impressive because it is such an oddball. I mean, it's not plug and play. It's all different.
That thing is making noise. I mean, it ran good at Bowling Green last year. I think it got in the top.
Sure.
I think it was top 12 last year.
It's top 3 in the region points, if I'm not mistaken. It's won a couple times. You know, it's stout. It's stout.
Nah,
it's
man.
cool. It's cool
all them got me behind me on Friday.
It's cool because it's different.
Oh man.
Hell, he's putting the hurt on some Grand National guys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm curious now. I want to see it in person. I want to see it do its thing in person. And I'm gonna get to
I
Friday.
I don't. I want a better weekend than what we had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about it.
You and Rockwell just aren't friends, my dude.
I'm gonna burn sage that place next year. I swear to God.
Oh man.
That and also not hook at Osage the night before.
That too. I mean, that would have saved your rear end, that one.
I don't think it would have. It was Rockwell was still bit us in the ass.
Any update on John Forrest on how he's doing? I haven't seen anything much since he got moved to California.
Steadily recovering.
Is he?
Nothing new that I've seen.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything crazy on the news side of things either.
At this point, what stage he's in, no news is good news just because you don't want anything to go south.
Yeah. PDRA is coming down to Bristol. Is that next weekend or is it the weekend after? I think it's next weekend. Yeah.
I believe it's next
PDRA
weekend.
in the Valley.
They're supposed to be done before U.S. Nationals.
There will be a milestone at Brainerd in Top Fuel. Doug Coletta will start race number 600. No Top Fuel driver has started 600 races.
I did see that. That's quite a milestone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Steve Johnson had something similar with Pro Stock Motorcycle earlier this year.
Yeah, God. I feel like Steve Johnson was racing motorcycles when you still had to pedal them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are we going to talk about the purses that came out for Bradenton Park for World Series of Pro Mod?
The three event series? Yeah,
God. Winter series.
It's so much money. Man. It's so much money that Victor Alvarez, who owns Bradenton, bought a Pro Mod.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No.
He's got a Camaro.
No way.
It's gonna be like the similar power plant to Mickey's, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Twin turbo setup.
Yeah.
What's the dates for that?
Sometime
Snowbirds is in like
December.
like November or December, and then the other two are like January and then March.
I believe they're back to back months, or like December, January. Then you have Superstar Shootout, then World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, why we might have to get in touch with somebody to get West Buck on the show for that.
I
wanna
might
talk
have a couple pro mod friends.
I might actually go to one of those races.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry, it's your turn. You get to go to one. I've already done my one.
I've been threatening for years. I've been threatening for years, and I did go to Door Slammer when they were doing that at Orlando, the one year. But yeah, I'm due to go back to Florida for some fast cars.
Yeah. If I knew I could go, I would. But that time of the year, I bet you I'm not going to be able to get off.
You know what? I didn't. You know what? When I did it for Door Slammer, I didn't take any time off. I lit out of here as soon as I could Friday afternoon after work, and I red-eyed it back Monday morning. I mean, I didn't even come back Sunday. I came back Monday morning. So
Were you on time?
I was like 40 minutes late, but
Not bad.
I was there.
We got PRI show coming up. Was it the second weekend in December too?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm already getting crazy excited for that.
I haven't looked that far ahead, but that's always a great weekend.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of all the events that we've got coming up. Because here's the thing: I know pulling season's kind of winding down. Now we're fixing to get into the fun stuff of all the shows and all that stuff. I mean, we've got
one that's this fall that I want to go to, and I realistically probably can't. Is World Cup final. That
is the most insane race in the world.
I so badly want to go to that. It's not even so much a drag race. It's a home run derby.
Yeah, I want to go to Gateway Dirt Nationals this year.
I'll take the import versus domestic. I want to see all the world records.
That's in Maryland, right?
Yeah, Maryland.
I think my brother said he was going to that this year, maybe.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, Apex has a giant presence in that world, so I would expect that he would. Yeah.
I just want to see all the flames that 2JZ motors want to spit out.
Yeah. I'm still debating on going.
Oh, you guys, that's not even 2JZs. It's a Tres Cuatros, the Dorito burner.
Oh my god!
Yay!
That was I'll give you that one. That was good. Man. I think we're all a little too excited for Bowling Green this weekend. Just so much stuff coming.
Happy it's here.
Yeah.
Happy it's here, and I wish I could be a larger part of it, but and maybe one day I will. But for now, I'm happy what I can get.
I'll say, Charles, if it rains, we could have some fun.
We could. I'll probably still come down Friday anyway, even if it does rain.
Yeah.
Just because there's just friends I want to see and people want to hang out with. And
you do realize what place it is, right?
Yeah. No, exactly.
I know a couple of Spencer's.
I own umbrellas. I own boots. Like, it's good. We'll just figure it out.
Why I know a couple of
Toma is Bowling Green.
Yeah. Oh man, y'all can see where we are. We're all of the energies here for this weekend. We're ready to go.
I need sleep first because I got way too much of a drive tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel that, but I'll be there. I should be there in time for the session on Thursday night. I should be.
I will be there tomorrow, sometime mid-afternoon.
Then Charles, you said you're coming on Friday.
Friday evening is the only chance I get. I gotta work the rest of the week, and then, like I said, I gotta be back here Saturday morning for 2 days of pulling at the hometown fair. It's we're a brush pull. We did not bring back NTPA this year. I know brush pull tends to bring with it a lot of connotations, but we've always had good insurance, better payback than state level for what we're offering, and good sleds, and we do a good job. And there's few places you can go. I guess I know it's Bowling Green weekend. That's the biggest crowd you're ever going to pull in front of. But for a county fair, there aren't many bigger crowds you're going to get to pull in front of. And On top of that, behind Langford, New York, we're the second oldest pull in the U.S. continuously running. So we got
When
that
did
going
it
for us.
start?
What's that?
When did it start?
Oh, shoot. You know what? As soon as I said
Long
it, I knew
time
you would
ago.
ask. So next year, I think, is supposed to be Langford 70, which would make this. So 69 was this year was their 69th. That would make this year our 67th.
You know, Hopkinsville's right on your heels. We started back in, I think they said 2026 is our, it's a crazy anniversary for the fair. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to ask somebody here in town.
Yeah,
They told me
we're
the
in
other
there.
day.
As far as I know, like Langford's oldest. Armada's number 2, and then number 3 is what's the one in Southeast Indiana that it's PPL Hook fish sandwiches they always do there.
You mean
Yeah.
not Terre Haute? It's not.
No,
No, it's is it
The short-
Princeton?
It's not. No, it's
not
the short track.
Yeah, the short track. God, I'm gonna brain fart. Hang on. Google Maps will tell me where I want.
Tampico.
Tampico.
Tampico. Yeah, Tampico's number 3.
Rusty. Hey, congrats on your win this weekend, brother. That was awesome.
I knew it started with a T.
Yeah. Man. I'll tell you what, Ohio Valley Hot Farms, man, they're kind of making their way around down here. You're starting to see them pop up more and more, and they're getting about 12 to 13 everywhere they go. I like to see it. I think 9,500 hot farms growing down here.
If it's a 466, just keep it on 20.8s, not 24.5s. Don't make them the freaking sandbox class.
No, they're 5'10".
Don't care.
All right,
just keep them on 20.8s.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
100% agree. I wish,
Yeah.
other than Region 2, I wish that class would have some further penetration into Michigan. I think it would work. I'd love to see
I think Barron Springs had like 12 on Monday.
Yeah, they had a few. There's been a couple fairs up here on the regional that have had them. But I guess, state level or it's derogatory, and I don't mean it that way, sub-state level, the other orgs would have a place for them.
Yeah.
But I also recognize that it's very tough here because, like it or not, Michigan kind of is the home of Super Farm. They're just everywhere. They just are.
Yeah, I totally agree. But
that's not. I'm not suggesting Hot Farm is a replacement for them at all. I'm not. Super Farm's been very successful here for 30 years, and I think that should continue.
38 of them BG.
But I think there's a place at the table for the 510s also.
yeah. All right. Well, if y'all got anything else to add, I've went over everything I could think of in my head.
I need sleep. I'm kind of brain dead right now.
Never
I'm
mind. I'm going to be nice. Never mind.
Which is kind of dumb to say because I'm not going to get sleep anyways where I'm going.
No, yeah, you think you're sleep deprived now. Let's talk Sunday morning.
Oh, we're going to have some fun this weekend, boys.
Going through Chicago last year was a headache. I don't need another one.
You know what? Coming out to Rockwell, I'll be honest, Chicago was fine. Joliet sucked.
Fair.
Really?
Yeah, that's where all the construction is.
Well, all right. We will see y'all later. If you guys see us at Bowling Green, come up and talk to us. We love talking to you guys. We wouldn't be where we are without y'all.
And maybe you might get some secrets out of us that we try and hint on here that nobody gets.
Yeah, there's that too.
No.
No.
You can bark up my tree all you want. No. I no offense to you all, but kind of know which side my bread is buttered on, and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with Charles, actually. So
Anyway.
all right. We will see you guys at Bowling Green. See ya.